you listening?
My name is Okello Paul, and I'm actually from Lamore district.
I'm Christian Mulia from Eastern Uganda. Kumam, that's my tribe.
My name's Asime Habat. I'm a Nyankole by tribe, and I come from Central Uganda.
I'm called Barbara Efrans Janpara. I'm Anna Lur from West Nile.
I'm Nelson Nomoya from Northern Uganda. I'm an Acholi by tribe from Gulu district.
Uganglish? What is Uganglish?
I don't understand.
What's that? What's Uganglish?
Ugandan accent, like an
Ugandan English.
Oh, yeah.
Uganglish is a combination of English with the Ugandan accent.
Oh, Uganda plus English. Okay, I'm assuming we're in Uganda. Okay? That's why you are naming it like that. What if we're in Kenya? Would you call it Kenglish? Or Kenglish? Or Nigerian English?
Yeah. A Westerner had ever.
Ja, this has happened very many times that I've associated with them.
Uganglish. Yeah, I've actually had some.
Although a few of them have done that, but most of them really speak in their normal accent. But I've had a few of them who, try to bring it in the Ugandan accent.
But why not to say African accent? Because in Uganda, remember, we have very many tribes. So it can't be Uganglish. You better say African accent.
Okay.
Or Africanglish, maybe. Something like that.
Okay, has a Westerner ever spoken to you in Afrikanglish?
No. No.
If a Westerner would speak to you in that language, in such a way, how would you feel?
I feel bad, of course, because they know. Actually, this language has been adapted from them.
No, it feels awkward. To be sincere, it feels very awkward for someone to prove to you that you cannot understand his right accent, and he or she needs to speak in a fake broken English for you to understand.
I felt it was ridiculous, and at first I didn't even get what they were trying to say, because it wasn't probably what I was expecting to hear from them, but then it sounded stupid.
It doesn't feel good because it feels like they're trying to distort the real language that makes us learn the wrong one.
Well, first it feels a little funny, but then at the same time I feel it's also normal because I try to put myself in their shoes. You really want to make somebody understand, and that's why you bring it in the way that you feel, okay, somebody from here would rather pronounce this word like this, or maybe would rather say this like this. So for better understanding, I always tend to put myself in their shoes. It feels really funny first at the beginning because you would really begin thinking, oh, how comes this person is also, pronouncing this in the way we do it in Uganda, but I rarely hear some of them do like that, but this one is bringing this accent.
I believe they also have a feeling or belief that we don't know English in its right perspective, the right English that they speak. We don't know it, or we might not understand theirs. So for us to understand theirs, they need to bring it in our own versions. They have that ideological version of theirs, which they think is a broken one that we do understand and we can absorb, which is actually very wrong. That is being mean.
Westerners just, I think they sometimes want to blend in, or they want to, they just want to be understood, maybe, or wherever for fun or something. I don't know. But yeah, I feel they just want to feel Ugandan when they're in Uganda.
Okay, I've never found them doing it. Maybe they try to do this to make themselves clear. Since that, if you're not so keen, if you're an African and you're listening or hearing a speech from a Westerner, if you're not so keen, you can even miss some of the words.
I think they do that just for the sake of, first of all, easy integration in the community. Two, for quicker understanding. Because now let's look. In Uganda, you go to different regions and they have different ways they pronounce certain words. So if you want somebody to get to understand what you're saying, the best sometimes would be you trying to pronounce it the way the people in that region mainly do. So it brings in that quicker understanding of what exactly you are talking about. But if I pronounce this in a way that is not so familiar in that region, it's going to keep the conversation so long because I still have to, bring in different accents for one to get to understand what exactly I'm talking about.
They do this to fit in the foreign land, and sometimes maybe to tease, to check whether we learn the real language, or other think that we don't really know their home language.
According to me, is to learn the local languages that we have. If a Westerner who comes and stays in a Choli land should at least try much to learn a Choli, because not everyone knows English language, so it's better they learn the local language so that they can speak to the people who do not know English in that local language so that they can understand better. But for the people who knows English, they can speak their English, their Western English.
For them to be better understood, okay, let's use the non-verbal and the right English. With them, someone will come to understand you. Okay, assume you are using only the broken English, and I also know the broken English. When will I learn? It's like you are keeping me in the same position. It's like you are not helping. It's like you are not helping at all. So why did you come anyway?
Speak English, clear English. That's what I think.
I think the whites could actually probably learn the real local language. For example, if they come to Ankole, they should speak Runyankole, try to learn Runyankole. If they come to northern Uganda, if they go to northern Uganda, they should speak the Luo so that people can understand them better than distorting the English.
For them to be understood, first, it's a gradual process. One, they need to first of all get into integration, the community, through different aspects. You need to first understand the community. What they like, what they don't like, how they spend the leisure time. Now, if you can get yourself used to all these other aspects, it's going to be very easy for you to, bring out your accent, or maybe speak in the Ugandan accent, and nobody is going to feel offended about it because they will have already gotten used to you before. But if somebody new just came into a place, not yet known to the locals, and then decided to begin talking like that, to others it would feel like they're trying to send a bad message, sort of.
Have you ever
Actually, it is. I too found it offensive. It is very offensive, and we find it offensive because it's like somebody telling you, well, I don't think you understand English well. I don't think you are as educated as you should have been. I mean, it's like somebody insulting you that well, if I used my English, you wouldn't get it, you wouldn't understand. So I'll just say it the way you probably would get it. And yet, if you used your English, I would get it perfectly clear.
We feel it offensive. It's offensive actually, because you are proving to me that I don't understand you when you speak the right English. Because to us, you know the right English. You're just breaking it, but you know the right one. So, I'm trying my best to speak the right English. You are trying your best to speak the wrong one. There is no unison of speech. Let's speak one language. You speak the right English, and I try speaking the right English. With time, I will speak the right English.
They find it offensive because someone that I know knows something better, and is doing it in a way that I don't expect. Obviously, I feel offended because it's like you're fooling me, and I need to learn more from you. I need to learn more of your English. But again, you want to twist it and bring it to the way I speak it, and I don't speak it so well. So it's not so good. It's not nice at all.
Well, there are those who feel offended. Well, somebody would feel offended, say, for somebody who has gone through a longer spell of education and knows that he or she has been studying English almost whole of their life, would feel offended in that some of them tend to misinterpret this, thinking that this person is trying to talk to them that way because probably maybe their accent is bad.
Ugandans find this offensive because it's not the real English. It's not the real English that is expected from the original English people.
Sure. I mean, I don't love watered down milk. I don't love watered down chocolate. I don't love it. That would be like watering down English. What is wrong with doing real English? No. That would spoil the language, and our children, the coming generation, won't have an opportunity to learn real English. You know what I mean? Like dictionary English? Yeah.
Teaching Uganglish in schools, yes, they might understand, okay? They might understand you. But you are understanding someone from a wrong level. Let me assume you are teaching me a given personality or anything, so that at a given time I will be able to be an international, maybe policy making person, businessman, okay? So I'm going with my Uganglish to a UN summit speaking Uganglish, where guys know that with my CV, okay, for me to reach that point, I should be speaking right English. And I'm speaking broken English. It's Uganglish. It's wrong.
Nobody would really want to have that. Everybody wants to speak the right English. Now, introducing it to the classrooms, well, that to me, I wouldn't really buy that idea. I don't really buy an idea, and I wouldn't really want any of the young kids to be taken to a school where the teachers are actually speaking Uganglish, like you say.
In classrooms, no, I don't support that it should be used in classrooms because we need the best English out of our children.
It would not be a good idea to be taken to the classroom because it's not the proper English. Yeah, and if we go to the dictionary for that matter, those words are nowhere to be seen in the dictionary. So it will confuse the students.
The emphasis that we put towards teaching and learning English should be a little bit different with the other languages. English really needs too much of perfection. Well, I know it's a foreign language introduced in this country, but the fact is we have accepted it to be our official language. That means we have to really put all the necessary seriousness and make sure it comes out perfect.
Final thoughts is, I feel if it's possible, everyone should speak the perfect English. Everyone should be taught the perfect English, because sometimes I don't feel nice when someone is trying to, play around with English.
Stop thinking that we don't know English. We actually know English better than some whites actually.
If Uganglish was a human being, I would pray that they never come out in the open naked because they look ugly. But surely, no, your Uganglish is just Uganglish. You know, you'll just close that chapter.